Let's work through a couple of examples now of integration. Here we were asked to find the integral of 3t squared plus t cubed plus t to the minus a half dt. And we've got a similar function there, same function between 1 and 3. How are these two different? This is what we've encountered before as the indefinite. Integral, and this is the definite integral. So this one will have a plus c in it, and this one will actually have to evaluate between 1 and 3. So let's just do part A first. So we want the integral of 3t squared plus t cubed plus t to the minus a half dt. And what we've got to do here is to go back, and hopefully we've memorised all the rules from that table for integrals. Which one does this fall into? Well, that one's just add a power on the power. The 3 will stay the same, so it'll be 3. And then when we add a power, we get t to the power 3 all over 3 plus this one here. What does that fall into? Same rule, add a power on the power, so it'll be t to the power of 4 all over 4. That plus. What is this one? Well, if it was t to the minus 1, it wouldn't be add a power on the power, because that's a special one. But this one, because it's not -1, it's -1/2, we can still use the rule. So when we add 1 to -1/2, we get a +1/2, and it's on that power. Now, we've already said that when we get the indefinite integral, we've just got to put plus c at the end, because when you differentiate this, you would still get that. Okay, so let's tidy this up a little bit. These 3's here will cancel, so we just get t cubed plus, you can write it as t to the 4 on 4, or you can write it as a quarter t to the 4th, both the same way. This is given with fractional indices, so let's just say we'll leave it as t to the half, but don't forget t to the half is equal to the square root of t. What do we do with this? This is dividing by a half. Now, to divide by a half is the same as multiplying by the reciprocal of a half. What is the reciprocal of a half? Will be 2 on 1. So dividing by a half is the same as multiplying by 2. So that'll be plus 2t to the half plus c. And that's the way we'll leave it. So that's the first one. Part B, the integral of this function, 3t squared plus t cubed plus t to the half, minus a half, sorry, dt, between the limits of 1 and 3, so the lower value of t would be 1, the upper value would be 3, is nothing more than the antiderivative of this function. Now we've just calculated that in the line above here. So we put a square bracket, put the antiderivative function, which is t to the power 3 plus a quarter t to the power of 4 plus, in this case now I'm going to write 2 root t instead of t to the half, because we've got to put values in. We don't put the plus c because this is a definite integral. Close the square brackets, and we put the lower bound down the bottom of the square bracket and the upper bound at the top of the right hand square bracket. So that's the first step. Now it's a matter of substituting in the top value first. So that will be 3 cubed plus a quarter 3 to the power of 4 plus 2 root 3, close bracket, it's always minus, and then we put 1 in each of those. So that'll be 1 to the power of 3 plus a quarter 1 to the power of 4 plus 2 square root of 1. Okay, when we work this out here, we get 9 times another 3 is 27, plus 3 to the power of 4 is 81 on 4, plus 2 root 3, minus, and this will be 1, plus a quarter, square root of 1 is 1, so plus 2. And when you work that all out and remove the brackets, this is 2 root 3, you're going to get some, you'll get rid of that fraction of a quarter, because that'll be 20 and a quarter minus a quarter. Don't forget that minus is going to make all of these into negatives, and you'll get 44 plus 2 root 3. Now that's the exact value that approximates to 47.46 to 2 decimal places. So there's an example of how to do integration. The difference between definite and indefinite integral. Don't forget to put your plus c when you've got indefinite integral, when you don't have bounds here. But when you do have the bounds, you actually just put the antiderivative, and then you put the lower bound and the upper bound. Substitute in the upper bound first, minus, always a minus, and then substitute in. Keep that in brackets, because that minus is going to change all of those signs when you finally work that out.